save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well. Listen, look, see this right here? See this? This is this. I'm gonna show it that way. Okay. This is stuff. Okay. What I'm doing, I'm letting the packages pile up. Those are all empty. Because I started on a new venture. And as they so. I challenged myself, okay? And I think what I'm gonna do when I present everything, I'm gonna call it the challenge, okay? I decided, I woke up one day, I have no idea why. I have no idea what the moral reasoning behind this. Actually, no, I do. My wife was watching Sons of Anarchy, SOA as she calls it. I'm watching SOA. I'm watching Sons of Anarchy, and I've already seen the complete series of Sons of Anarchy. I got the box set, the Blu-ray, okay? And I'll tell you right now, I binge-watched that thing during, I want to say it was the pandemic. I just sat there and I binge-watched the whole, I think like 3 days. I stayed up for like 3 days straight, or whatever, 3 or 4 days, whatever it was. I stayed up for 3 or 4 days straight, and I just binge-watched the entire series, non-stop, episode after episode, just to see if I could do it. That's what I did. So my wife's like, you ever heard of, I want to say, I hope I'm right about this, Henry Rollins. You ever heard of Henry Rollins? I'm like, did I ever hear of Henry Rollins? Yeah, Black Flag Henry Rollins. Yeah. Henry Rollins Band. Multiple movies. The guy that does the spoken word, Henry Rollins. Is that who you're talking about? She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So ever since that, she mentioned Henry Rollins on being on Sons of Anarchy. I started listening to Henry Rollins at night. On, like, he has like these podcasts, and he has like these different things you can YouTube. You can listen to him at night, whatever. So I've been playing him at night, and I've been listening to him just speak at night. So I set up a challenge for myself. I set up a couple of challenges. Number one, this is gonna be odd, to collect every single piece of audio that I could get of Mr. Rogers. Okay, I want every single CD that he ever released, every single record or whatever. I prefer the CDs, so I'm shooting for the CDs first. So I do have packages. That pile of stuff right there, that's all Black Flag, Henry Rollins, and Henry Rollins spoken word, Henry Rollins Band, and Henry Rollins spoken word stuff. Okay, that's been coming in day after day since I started this. The challenge was, can I complete now? If you go on Wikipedia, I don't know. My daughter always makes fun of me because she says I say that wrong. I would say Wikipedia, Wikipedia, whatever. I think I say Wikipedia, and she's like, it's Wikipedia. Whatever the case is. Okay, the thing that starts with a W, it has information that's put on there by like fans or whatever, and you can update it and you can add your own stuff on there. So whenever I check for a discography of an artist, I always go to Wikipedia. I'm gonna say Wikipedia. I prefer Wikipedia. I think it's what I prefer. So anyway, I go on Mr. Wikey, and I check the list of the discography, every single thing that this person ever played with, every single band the person ever played with, every artist the person played with. And I set up this challenge in my head: can I purchase every single thing? Because I owned nothing. I owned nothing from Henry Rollins. I didn't own Henry Rollins Band CD, a regular CD, which I don't know why, because that Liar song, I always loved it back in the day when I believe Liar came out when I was in high school, because I'm a liar. That one there when he's telling you a story about how he's like this nice guy or whatever, and he's trying to pick up this chick and everything, and then all of a sudden he just starts screaming that he's a liar, and he's fooling all the girls because he's a big old liar. I love that song, okay? So I don't know why I never bought the cassette tape or because back in the day it would have been cassette tapes for me. I don't know why I didn't buy anything by Henry Rollins, but I started diving into the Black Flag. I started diving into the Black Flag stuff and started listening to the old school Black Flag stuff. And I was like, yeah, why did listen, I like me some Sex Pistols. Okay, I put a couple of that's for backdrop there. A couple of Sex Pistols things that I have. They only had one album, okay, and then I have Sid Vicious's solo album, and then I got like these greatest hits, so these like compilation albums of like live concerts and stuff like that. But they only had one album, okay, they only had one real album, and the Ramones and stuff like that. So I do like punk music, and I do classify Black Flag as being punk or in the punk genre, okay? So I was like, can I collect them all? And I started doing the research, and I'll tell you right now, man, Henry Rollins don't shut up. You know, listen, no offense to Mr. Rollins, but that man has been working his ass off for like years. He started off with this no name group there. I can't even remember what the heck it was there, but they had one like EP, okay, and then after the EP, he joined Black Flag. Then after the Black Flag, he left and went and became just Henry Rollins. He made two CDs called Henry Rollins, and then he released a whole ton load of Henry Rollins band stuff, and the spoken word stuff just keeps going on. There's got to be like 10, 13 or whatever spoken word CDs, and I gotta tell you, out of all the stuff, everything all combined, okay, I liked the first couple of Black Flag albums, and then I like the first couple of actually it's like maybe like the third, fourth, or fifth Henry Rollins album, because I've been listening a lot lately, and then the spoken word stuff is great. I mean, nothing I love more than to watch somebody just spit in honesty, just telling stories about their childhood or their lives or their struggles or whatever. I love to hear people's lives. So you know, I get bashed about this Mr. Rogers thing, but you know, fun fact that I found out a couple of days ago, because I was watching some Mr. Rogers documentaries also in between so think about this, I'm watching Black Flag documentaries and I'm watching Mr. Rogers documentaries. Number one, I didn't notice, but Michael Keaton was the one that one of the original guys that ran the trolley on Mr. Rogers. I had no idea. That's a fun fact for you to go tell the wife and kids and the husband and wife, whoever's watching this thing, go tell them. Michael Keaton actually started on PBS as the trolley driver for the little trolley that came back and forth behind Mr. Rogers. And then Mr. Rogers told him to go, he should go to do some comedy shows or whatever, and he would go into the city and he would do some comedy shows, and then he would... That's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. As I'm going back and forth between my Mr. Rogers and Black Flag, Mr. Rogers, Black Flag, what I found out was that Mr. Rogers loved to according to his wife, it was tough to get him to go through a crowd, because if people stopped and talked to him and wanted to almost tell him about their life story, he was so interested in people that he wanted to hear what their troubles and problems and issues and how to help them. He just loved to listen to people. So listening to Henry Rollins talk about his childhood and how he was, he would do a concert, he'd do a gig or whatever, and then he'd be loading the gear up by himself, full of spit and vomit or whatever from the kids that just hated him. You know what I mean? It's like Black Flag was a tough band. I respect that. I respect that. Bands like War and stuff like those bands that are just like Sex Pistols, that just people are spitting on them and just attacking them and everything. They just kept on rocking. Gotta love that stuff. Gotta love that stuff. And I'm sure that you're gonna leave about 4,000 comments on the bottom of a bunch of different other bands that are kind of like Black Flag. That you'd be like, hey, if you like Black Flag, you should check this out. Go right ahead. Leave the comments and let's see if you could feed my addiction. So I probably got a lot of CDs here. So please don't hate on this. And there is gonna be an ultimate. I'm gonna show you everything at the end. So whatever's in here is in here, and it came from a bunch of different people. I got 4 things here. Might as well open them up. And on another note, this came in on the weekend. Look at this. Look at that. I am still on the hunt for the perfect Daniel Tiger replica Tiger, so I can teach it to preschool. If anybody knows where you can get a perfect prop replica Daniel Tiger, please comment below, because I've been looking everywhere. I can't find one. They released 1988 or whatever. The company, actually PBS or whatever, released these Daniel Tigers for kids to buy. They don't look anything like Daniel Tiger. This one right here supposedly was the original. This is from 1952. So this thing is over 70 years old. This was originally supposed to be the original Daniel Tiger that came through the clock. And it came in the mail the other day, and I was like, wow, it's awfully small. Cute little guy, don't want to. Yeah, cute little guy. But he's not the Daniel Tiger I'm looking for. Hate to break his heart. It's probably why he's so sad. He's probably like, hey, listen, buddy, I am what I am. Just stop picking on me. But yeah, I'm looking for a Daniel Tiger prop replica. If you know people that make stuff like that, look at this cute little knife I got there to open up stuff. Yeah, because I really want to get myself a total replica. I want it to look exactly like Mr. Rogers so I can use it to school. So what I have in here right now, let's open this stuff up, is okay, this ain't no Black Flag. This is like I said, I'm collecting here's bedtime Mr. Rogers CD. Okay. I'm not gonna get into a lot. I'm not gonna read the songs on the back, 'cause you guys are all gonna be like, we don't care. And that one guy that hates Mr. Rogers hates him. I don't know why you hate him. There's one guy that's that what either was a subscriber or still is a subscriber just hates when I talk about Mr. Rogers. Hates him. Hates his guts. Don't know why. I don't know if maybe his parents kept him locked in a room and tied him to it. Maybe this kid was so satanic and crazy, okay, that his parents like strapped him to a chair, put one of them ball gags in his mouth, and put his eye like Clockwork Orange his ass. Okay, they Clockwork Orange him. Okay.
Get me out. I want to be sick.
Kept his eyes open and had him strapped to a chair like this and made him watch like 2 days, 3 days worth of Mr. Rogers, whatever. And he's like, no, Mr. Rogers. I can't stand Mr. Rogers. I can't deal with it. I don't know if that's what happened to that poor guy, but I'm gonna listen. I'm just gonna go look. Oh, avert your eyes. Avert your eyes. Don't be afraid. Don't be. It's just Mr. Rogers, okay? And I gotta tell you, I'm a grown man, like 40 plus years old, and I've been listening to Mr. Rogers lately. I've been listening to Mr. Rogers playing piano and singing the Mr. Rogers songs. I may be losing my mind. I may be, but then again, I'm a preschool teacher. Okay, what am I supposed to be listening to? Plus, I like to sing the Mr. Rogers songs to the kids because I believe that they have moral value. Okay, the songs nowadays don't have the kids in my class. They wanted me to sing. I think it was "Mary on a Cross" the other day. Can you sing "Mary on a Cross" to us? No, I can't sing you "Mary on a Cross." Number one, I don't think that's an appropriate song for you to be listening to. Can you sing us something from the Gorillas? No. I'll sing you something from Mr. Rogers, but I'm not singing you no "Mary on a Cross." Or can you sing that dance in your pants song from Lady Gaga? No, I can't sing you that song either. Listen, stop watching TikTok and put on some Mr. Rogers somewhere, okay? Because you kids will all be messed up. All right, so next package here. So see if we went for Mr. This thing is sharp because it went right through. Don't know where the rest of my razor knives or anything else went. So we went from Mr. Rogers to a copy of the Rollins Band, "Come and Burn." Yeah. Case is a little jacked. I did buy all this Henry Rollins stuff used because, be perfectly honest with you, well, a lot of it's out of print and you can't buy it brand new. I checked around, so I have to buy it secondhand from Discogs or Amazon or eBay. That's where I've been headed for. So I needed this one. So Rollins Band, "Come and Burn." I'll be changing the cover on that for some $1.25 plus tax-free case of some sort. And then we had this one feels thick. This means this might be multiple CDs in here. Let me see. Oh no, this is one of them where they trick me here and they send they put whoever that is. Okay, Ahoy. Okay, I'm gonna cover up the. Thank you so much for giving. Wait a minute. I can barely read what he wrote here. Is that something wrong? Okay, wait a minute. Maybe if I open this up, maybe this will help me understand. This guy was kind of cool because he drew a picture and everything, and that's kind of like he took the time. Okay, all right. So this is a Henry Rollins spoken word. I bought all of these. This is Henry Rollins spoken word 2-disc set. Okay, 2-disc set. And these things, he released 4 of these, and it's called Talk is Cheap. This is volume 1. Volume 2 already came in. 2-disc set, and it has it's a spoken word stuff there. But the guy wrote, thanks. I see if I can try to read this thing. Ahoy. Thanks so much for giving the orphaned Rollins CD a new home. Okay. In the wilds. Enjoy the audio revelations and have a great day. Sean Action Skull. I'm just gonna cover all this because I don't know what the heck this is, but I don't want to give. He put like my personal information and everything. I don't want to do that. But Sean Action Skull, and he doesn't. Should I save this? Is Sean Action Skull a famous person that's selling his CD collection? I do not know. But that was he took a lot of time and effort to draw me a little picture and everything. He don't know who I am. He don't know that I'm that guy on YouTube that opens up a lot of mail and talks a bunch of smack about a bunch of things. Now this is from I bought stuff from these people before. I want to show you how unnecessary and crazy this is, but whatever. This is from secondsales.com, and they send it to you in this big wrapper like this, and it's because this thing, okay, houses the one CD that is in here, and this is a Rollins Boxed Life spoken word performance 2-disc set. I'm gonna show you the front of this thing here. Yep, 2-disc set. It's got a crack in the case, which that kind of sucks in a way because the 2-disc set ones are kind of. Look at that size of that parental advisory sticker. Henry must be swearing up a storm on this bad boy. I gotta be honest with you. If you've never heard any Henry Rollins spoken word stuff, there's a ton of it on YouTube. So if you feel like you want the urge to see what I'm talking about here, go on YouTube, and you can either just press play on your phone or whatever, and put your phone someplace and listen to it. That's what I do. I usually never watch it. I usually just listen to it. But you can watch it too. I mean, I'm guessing because it's almost like stand up of a person just ranting for like 2 hours. It's like 2 hours. I love that. Listen. I personally feel like I could get up on stage and rant about my life for I don't know how long. This recent weekend that just passed, the wife and myself and my son, we went to go scout out colleges because he be getting ready to go to college, okay, and he wants to go to college, and so we had to go on a what do you call it, a tour of a college. My wife's like, do you want to go? It's gonna be half an hour long. She's like, it's gonna be half an hour long. So I'm like, okay, it's gonna be half an hour long. It's pouring rain outside. So we get into we go to the college, and they make us go sit in this room where they have this lady with the slideshow and everything. That was a half an hour long. I'll tell you right now, this was a 3-hour tour. And guess what happened? Yeah, the weather started getting rough, okay? It started downpouring when I didn't have no damn umbrella, okay? I got soaking wet. My son got soaking wet. We all go on a 3-hour tour that was supposed to be half an hour. Yes, that's what happened, okay? I done got screwed, okay? We went to a beautiful school, okay? My son did decide that he was going to go to this school, okay? Which I was kind of proud of him. Happy. It's a university. Okay, I can't even spell university. Okay, I've never been to a university. It's the first time actually I've ever been on a campus of a university, so I mean I'm proud of the guy. I'm proud of him. If he could get his kind of act together, his head together, and everything, and focus and do really well in school, I think that he's going to achieve something where I'm hoping one day. My son always says he's always giving me that the zing is there. And he's always like oh, one of these days, I'm gonna be taking care of you. Or I'm gonna have $1 billion. Whatever. Well, I hope you do. I hope you get. He says this to me all the time, because I'm a preschool teacher, okay, and I'm like, I don't make a ton of money, and we always be struggling paycheck by paycheck, me and my wife. No matter how much money we make, it's always paycheck by paycheck because our mortgage is so high, and I got so many. You see, look around, okay. I got bills, okay? I got bills. I got a bill. I got a lot of bills. So my wife gets paid, I get paid. We live paycheck by paycheck, okay? And he's like, oh, one of these days, because he wants to go for business. He goes, I'm gonna be owning property, and I'm gonna be the next Donald Trump. And not Donald Trump meaning like Donald Trump like I want to run for president, but Donald Trump meaning like I'm gonna own all this property and I'm gonna own all this land and I'm gonna make all kinds of. I'm gonna be a self-made millionaire. I think that's his thing. I think that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that he wants to be a self-made man or whatever, and be a businessman or whatever, and invest in stuff and build things and buy property and stuff like that. And I'm looking at him like, oh, is this a threat? Are you threatening me with what? Early retirement? Are you telling me you're gonna take care of me? Are you telling me that you might be the one person that's gonna make enough money to be like, hey dad, I'm gonna pay off your house, and then you can just stay home and finally get to watch all the movies that you got, and finally get to listen to all the CDs that you got, and finally get to clean your house and relax and just be happy. Okay, is that what you're telling me? Are you threatening me with a peace of mind? Is that what you're threatening me with? Well, I wish you all the luck in the world. The funny thing is, I'm done with my packages, by the way. So whatever. The funny thing is my father was the complete opposite. Now I'm backing this kid up 100%. Yeah, you go to college, you make something out of yourself, you be the best that you possibly can. My father, okay, my wife was pregnant, and he told me, he goes, listen, you need to go back to school and you need to make a better life for yourself, whatever, so that way you don't struggle. And I'm like, okay, so how do I do that? When I have a child on the way? He's like, listen, just get away from that girl, get away from that child. You go do you, and after the 4 years or 6 years, or whatever it is, of college or whatever, then you come back to the wife and child or whatever, and you take care of the wife and child. That's what I did.
Oh, that was so stupid.
And I'm like, idiot. Listen. Okay. My child didn't ask to be put on this earth, okay? I'm not a father that's going to walk out of my child's life, okay? I'm going to take responsibility for my child, okay? So you're supposed to, is this good advice you're trying to give me? So what you're telling me is to abandon my wife and kid and go to school. He's like, listen, I got nothing to give you. He made that very clear. I got nothing to give you. I can't help you with no tuition. I can't help you with no money. I can't help you with no financial aid. I can't help you with nothing, okay? But I want you to go to school, and I want you to just leave everybody, leave all the people that you care about behind, like I did, and and say screw them, because you're gonna be extremely selfish and just do you, okay? That's what I got out of that. So what I did is I was like, no. That's not happening. I have a child I got to take care of. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go work another job. I'm going to find a job that pays more money. I'm going to work in a sweatshop for 14 years and bust my ass to make sure that I can put food on the table and pay my rent and make sure that I don't have to count on anybody else, because I sure as hell can't count on you. And I'm going to do what I got to do. So I want better for my children. And I'll tell you right now, the day that I bought my house, or do we really ever buy a house? If you're a homeowner, okay, do you really ever own your house? I mean, even after I pay for this thing in full, I'm still gonna have to pay taxes on the house, okay? There's gonna be forever. I'm gonna be paying on this house no matter what, okay? Even if the house is paid for in full, I'm still gonna have to pay property tax for the rest of my life. So I'm always gonna be paying on this house. But when I first bought the house, he was so aggravated and jealous, or because he lost his house. Yeah, I think him and my mother had a house for like a year or something like that. Maybe might have been less than a year. I'm not even sure. But they had a house, and something went terribly wrong, where he signed over something and he lost a whole bunch of money, and then supposedly my mother liked to go dancing or whatever. I don't know what the true story is. I don't know why, because I was a baby. I was just little. But I get blamed for that too. I was blamed for the reason why they lost their house too. Okay, because I was born. Okay, you were born, and that's why we couldn't afford to pay for a house, because your mother wanted to go dancing, and I signed over something, whatever. And listen, it was a whole thing.
You blew it!
So, when I first bought this house, I asked him to help me drive the moving van. I was afraid to drive the moving van here, okay, so I could move my stuff onto my property, okay? And I didn't have any helpers. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have anybody that would give me any assistance. And to this day, I still don't have like physical friends, like people that like I can touch, you know what I mean? Like I got you guys, you pay attention to me, you listen to me, like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, make me feel good about myself, you do that stuff. But as far as if I needed to call somebody up right now that I know in my local area and be like, hey, buddy, pal, you want to come help me move my house? You want to come help me work on my car? Or I got a problem. I got nobody. My wife's got nobody. We got nobody. We got each other. That's what we got. We got each other. We got our kids. So, the day I moved into this house, hey, he done screwed up my house big time. And I think he did it on purpose. First of all, this is kind of funny, kind of funny, but not. He comes in the house and I have forced hot water. I don't know if you know what that is. That means my heat is all like, the water goes through the heater and it heats the house through forced hot water, okay? And he went downstairs and drained the valves or whatever, so forever I had this pinging sound going through. He put air in my line. He put air in my lines in my house, and I had pinging in my lines until I finally watched some YouTube videos and figured out how to get rid of the pinging, okay? So finally, I got that. So I don't know why he did that, but that was the first day we moved in. He drained my water lines, and I got the pinging in the house, okay? Then as he was bringing stuff in, he smashed my ceiling fan light, okay? And he's like, oh, well, that stuff happens. And I'm like, oh, no, that stuff doesn't happen, okay? Normal people look up in the air, and they notice there's a ceiling fan on top of the air, but you don't even care. You don't offer to pay for it. You don't offer to fix it. You don't offer nothing. You just be like, oh, well, that just happens, okay? That just happened. Okay, then he couldn't get, it was started raining, started pouring, okay? And my couch I couldn't get my couch in the house, and he couldn't help me. Like, he couldn't help me do it, okay? So he takes off, leaves my couch on the porch, okay? But let me fast forward a little bit. The reason why he took off is because I got mad about the light. I'm like, hey, you broke the light. I got a pinging in my heat now because whatever the hell you just did. And so what he did is, I had air conditioners for the windows and stuff. He opens up the back of the U-Haul, starts throwing my air conditioners, throwing them on my porch, breaking my air conditioners. The side of the air conditioners are falling off. Yeah, this is when I'm moving into my house. This is when a father is supposed to be like, congratulations, son. Congratulations. Look, you made it. Okay, you finally were able, you worked for 14 years and you were able to buy a house, and you and your wife did it together with your daughter, and you bought a house. I actually had a daughter. I had a daughter, a son. Actually, I had two daughters. Well, wait a minute. I had 3 daughters and a son at the time, okay, when I finally bought my house. And instead of saying, hey, congratulations, you were able to do that, he broke my air conditioners on my porch, and then he got mad at me and left my couch out in the pouring rain. So forcing me to have to move this big piece of furniture it was sectional, had to move this big piece of furniture into the house by myself. I mean, I literally had this thing going around corners, and I'm kicking it, pushing it, trying to get into the house. I finally got into the house, and the wife had to work that night. She comes home and she's like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. He got mad at me or something. He broke the light. He broke the furnace or the heater system, whatever. He threw our air conditioners across the porch. He hopped in the car, took all the stuff, and here's even the bigger clincher. Here's the bigger clincher. Should I say that clincher? As I'm unpacking my stuff, I'm realizing that there's stuff missing. Okay, I'm missing items. I'm missing things. There's things that I used to have that are no longer in my possession anymore. They're gone. I don't know where they went. They're gone, okay? Now I'm accusing everybody. I'm accusing everybody except for the person that done stole from me, stole my stuff, okay? So I'm like, okay, I can't find this box set. I can't find these CDs. I can't find these records. I can't find these autographed things. I can't find these cards. I can't find this stuff. I can't find a lot of things. And as I'm unpacking, I'm like, where the hell did this stuff go? Because I loaded the truck myself. I knew where everything was. Where did this stuff go? Well, let's fast forward. About 6 years, 7 years down the road, 8 years down the road, I don't know, my brother decides he's going to move out of my father's house. And he asks me to help him move out of my father's house. So I go to my father's house, and he wanted to move out while my father was gone. So my father was out. He wasn't even home that day. He wasn't home, and he wanted me to unpack the house. So I go and I'm helping my brother get the stuff out of the house and load it out to get him out of the house before my father shows up to return. As I'm unpacking the house, there's all my stuff. Hey, in cabinets. The man was stealing from me. He was stealing from his own kid. Okay, I don't know what kind of blood-sucking leech piece of garbage steals from their own child, okay? But I'll tell you right now, I've never stolen anything from my children. Money, anything. Never stole nothing. Nothing from my kids, okay? I never took one red cent, okay, without them knowing about it, and I never stole anything that they physically ever had because I had envy or wanted something that they had. Never did it. But I'll tell you, I'm unpacking stuff. I'm loading the stuff from I'm opening up cabinets. I'm like, there's that box set. There's that Woodstock box set that I had. There's that autograph thing I had. There's those cards I was missing. He stole everything. He robbed me. My own father robbed me, okay? So he was jealous about me getting my house, and then he stole from me while I was packing and moving out of my house, and he smashed my stuff, shut off my heat, messed it all up, and just totally screwed me over. Why am I telling this story? Because Henry Rollins, he tells these stories. And I think I would make a great comedian or stand-up storyteller, because I got some stories, my friends, and what you got to do is you got to come back. You got to come back because my son just called. He probably wants to get in the house. He probably locked that house right now. And I don't want to be that mean father does not unlock the door for him, because he should have brought a key, but I don't think he did. But with that said, my friend, I'm going to end it at this. I'm going to end at this. Listen, be good to each other. If you got kids, just remember, they didn't ask to be put here. You put them here, okay? You and your wife, or you and your husband, or whatever it is, decide you wanted to go do something. You want to go do something, okay? And then they came, okay? And now you got to take care of them, okay? And if they do something good in life, like go to college or buy a house or buy a nice car, my daughter's got a better car than me, okay? I'm not jealous. I'm not upset, okay? I'm not envious. I'm glad she's safe. I'm glad she's driving a safe vehicle. I'm glad that if they buy houses later on, I hope they get a beautiful house. I hope they get a better house than I get. I hope any nothing but the best for my children. But that's what a father's supposed to be. And if you're a good father, you should want the best for your kids. So the fact that we went for this whole little meeting this weekend was a good thing, and I'm proud and happy and excited. And with that said, I will see you later. You should have saved me some.